Hey, what's up guys? It's Nick back again, another coding tutorial. I need you guys to excuse me for just today. I've got a bit of a throat thing, so I'm probably going to be coughing a lot during this, like that, but doesn't mean I'm not going to be able to teach you guys how to do some stuff. So, um, if you guys will remember, this is the website that we have so far. We've got a video, picture. This is a picture link that takes us to Google. The background stays. We've got a, button, a link, text, you remember all that good stuff. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to do something kind of important, and it's how to do more advanced links. Like, just, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, rather than just having, like, just simple text here, we'll be able to change the color of the words, whether or not we want to have an underline, whether or not, we want to do anything like that. So we're going to go down to the very bottom here. We're going to have a bunch of breaks like normal. And we're going to start writing here. So if you guys will remember, in order to have any kind of a link, we have to have something called a href. So we're going to start a new link, and remember it has to be in a paragraph. And we're just going to do Google again. So remember you guys have to have https:// then www.google.ca, and then finish it with that. And then these are some new things that you guys have to have in there after you have the ahref in there. Sorry, I had to check something. This is something that I haven't shown you guys how to do yet. It's something that I just learned how to do a little while ago. But let's say you want to click on the link and you want it to open up in a new tab. So what you do is you would write after this, after you have the ahref, whatever, you just write target equals like quotation marks, and then underscore blank, like that. And then of course you're ending a link, so it has to be like this, or sorry, to finish that. And then, but remember, before we have that, after the blank, you have to end that, and then just ignore that. That's the that's for the update. Yeah, so you guys are gonna want that. That's pretty cool, actually. It's a Komodo 10. Anyway, ignore that for right now. That's not what we're looking at. And then remember, you gotta have text there to denote that it's a link. So we're just gonna go Google again. And now, once you have that, we're going to go back up to the style tag like we've been doing before. And you're just going to write A like that. Because remember, like we found out with the body tag, you don't have to denote that as the body being the ID. It's just a tag that already exists. Just like the A tag right here. Now this is going to make all our links like that, which we don't want to do. We just want to do this one to show you guys. So, like we did before, oops, we're going to go section, oops, and then name this section, oops, colored link. If you have two like that, you have to do, like you have two words, and you don't want to do the same thing, you have to go like that. I'm just going to go color link. It's faster to do. And back to it, it's, you know, the tag, and then color link. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go color. And we're going to do red. So we're just going to do that real simple. So save that and run it. Oops, we got it right here. And going down to the bottom, you can't quite see it, but there it is. Oh, stupid me, I'm sorry. I forgot that you couldn't do, you can't do sections for links, because the only way that doing the color for a section will work is if it finds actual text, and because this is a link, it isn't an actual text. So we're just going to have to make all of them red. So we go back over here, and we go just simply A, and then color red, and this will turn it red, at least it should. So let's try that right here. Yeah, as you can see, it made all of our links red. Generally speaking, you kind of want all your links to be the same color, unless you you actually want it to be color coded or whatever. And what you would do in that case is you would make it a button. Sorry, again, I'm kind of messed up right now. No, you would make a button for that. But before we do that, we're going to move on to something else, and this is another thing important. Let's say, for example, you want um, certain things to happen when you are doing something to the link. Like, for example, if you want it to change color when you hover over it, or you want, you know, something like that. So, what you do is you would go up to here, and trying to think right here, because basically what happens is you can set it to do two different things. You can set it to be one color when you visit the website and one color when you don't visit the website. So I'm just trying to find a website that I've never been to that I can... Give me one sec. Okay, so don't, you know, take me using this website as any advocation or whatever, but I just I went into the news and I found the first news article that was on there, and it was about if you guys remember the Ashley Madison scandal, where it's like a whole bunch of people got their names leaked. So I found the Wikipedia entry of that, and I did not visit it yet. I just copied the article for it. So now we have never visited that website before. So we're going to go back up to our links, and it's going to change a certain color. So we're going to go link, and as you can see, it came up for us because it knows what we're doing. And we're going to make the background color, so the small background of color surrounding the text, to be color. We're going to make it yellow, just so it really stands out. And just for right now, I'm going to get rid of the background. So as you can see, there's an error right now because we don't have URL. So it's just going to show up as white, so you can really see the colors. So we're going to go like that. So that's a link, and this is going to be just a straight up background color if you have not visited it, right? And now we're going to go a visited. Oops. And we're going to go like this, and we're going to go background. Oops. Background color. and we're gonna make it what's a good random color to do? Let's do cyan. That's like blue, but it's lighter, so you can actually see the text. So, and then we're gonna go a hover, and this is the color that it changes when you move your mouse over it. And we're gonna go, excuse me, background color light green. Whoops. Don't forget, you always got to have these down there. And then we're going to have one more, and it's going to be a active. Tell you the truth, I can't quite remember which one this is. I think, given the context, it seems like it would be like, you know, it would change a certain color if the website is not active. Sorry about that. Sorry about all that technical issues. Anyway, I think it means that it's like whether or not the website is active, and it'll change color. I've never really noticed anything about this, so I mean, it's good to have, but just so anyway, because I always remember this as where I learned how to do this is the color that they gave, and it was hot pink. And that was it. I've never really noticed anything happening with this one, but maybe because we have a really odd website right here, perhaps it'll work. So now, the moment of truth, let's check it out and see what happens. Oop. So, as you can see here, it worked, right? So this one, of course, changed colors, but we've been to Google before, right? So it made it blue, right? Because we've been there before. But, again, I've never been to the Wikipedia page for the Ashley Madison website, which means that it's still going to be like that. However, we forgot to change the text for that. So, rectify that real quick. We're just going to make this like that, right? Save it, run it, boom, bada bam. As you can see right there, it's yellow instead of blue. And then when we click on it, because we made the target blank, we're going to go to a next website, right? And here we go. Here's the Ashley Madison, you know, website, whatever. And then when we reload it, we've been there now, right? So it's blue instead of yellow, right? And that's all that does, right? So it's pretty good for doing that. Maybe being able to change the colors. You can actually also set it so that your cursor changes when you go over it, and you can set it so that when you roll over it, the color changes once, like for a split second, and then it goes back to the original color. But that's stuff that you guys can learn on your own. Next up is this one is a bit more advanced, right? So you guys are gonna have to pay close attention to this right here. So I'm going to delete this stuff up here because we're gonna do something different. So if you're still lost on how to do this type of if you're still lost on how to do this type of link that we just did, go back through the video, rewatch it, practice it, do it. It's pretty complicated, I know, but you know, you guys will be able to get it fairly soon. So just yeah. But yeah, so I'm assuming if you guys are watching this part right now, you know how to do the other link pretty good. So I'm going to get rid of everything up to a link. Okay? So remember, this is doing everything to our ignore that error down there. So we're gonna redo this, and this is doing this to every link. So what you can do, excuse me, let's say you want to have the same color for the straight up link and for the visited, so you don't want it to change if somebody's gone to the website or not. What you do is you go comma and then a visited, right? You could also do it where it's like they're the same color, like if you do red for the link and you do red for the visited, it'll do the same thing. But this way is a lot faster because you don't have to do two different CSS links. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go background color. Oops, remember, got to have that, and be sure you know how to spell. I'm going to insert right now. If your guys' computer ever starts doing that, where it's like you're back here and it starts typing and it types over everything, that means you got insert turned on your keyboard, and it should be next to the backspace, and it just says INS or insert or whatever it says. Just click on that once and you'll be good, and you'll be able to type again. So we're going to go background color, and we're going to go red. Then make the text color whatever you want to do, right? We're going to make it white, because white is easy to see. Next up, we're going to go, this is called padding. It's basically how much room there is from the button to where everything else is around it. So if you don't want a picture right next to your button, you would create a padding. General rule of thumb for this is you want to have 14 pixels and 25 pixels, because that's length and width. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of something else. Ignore that. Sorry. Padding is how big the box is. So it's length times width. And you don't have to have any comma or anything like that. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so padding is how big you want the box to be. You can have it as big as you want. And then wherever you click on that box, people are going to be able to go. So if you want an entire website just to be one button, you can do that. But we're not going to do that. Next up is text align. And this is not where the actual button is on the website. This is where the text is in the button. So it's, if you don't do anything, it's going to be to the left. Like, it's going to be along the left side of the button, and you want to have it to be centered. Next up is display. And I don't know if you guys have ever been on Microsoft Word or on anything like that. But if you've ever done it where you have to make a picture like be in line with your text or whatever, then you would click that little button and make it do that. And it's the same thing kind of here. This is just so that the button is not over anything and nothing is over the button. It's just in line with everything. So then what we do is we come down to here, and we want the button to be a little animated. We want it to do something. So we're going to go A, and we go hover. And this is what happens when you just hover your mouse over it. And then A, active again. Oops. And then, really simple, we're just going to make the background color blue. Like that. And that's it. So this is going to make our buttons look really cool. So we save it, and we run it. And there we go, right? So when you click on it, so when it's just stationary, it's red and whatever. And then when you click on it, or when you hover over it, it's blue. Okay? And then again, look at all those that we have open. Let's say, for example, you don't want the visited to be the same, right? You want it to be a different color if the person hasn't visited. So you're gonna cut that, and you're gonna copy all of this, because you want everything to be the same, you know, with the only exception to be what color it is if the person hasn't visited it, right? So, oh, there you go. Sorry. Remember, you gotta do Shift to do this right here. There we go. Everything's good now. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to get another website that I have not gone. So we're going to go back down here, and of course we've been to the Wikipedia page for this. But here's the actual Wikipedia article on the data breach that had happened to the Ashley Madison website. And remember, guys, we have not visited this yet. So remember, the link is going to be red if we have not visited it. If we have visited it, we're going to make it green. Right? Just like that. So now save it. Run it, and as you can see, oh yeah, okay, so this is an interesting thing to bring up. You see how it's got green and blue here? It's because it's a link, right? It's a picture link. But that means we put the border around it as well. If we just kept the text like we did before on that other practice, let's see if I can actually find that. Is this the one? Yeah, you see how there's nothing around it, only the colors? Yeah, you guys know what I mean. So anyway, we've been to Google before. So it's green, because we have visited it, and then we run over it, it's blue. However, remember, we have not gone to that data breach one, the data breach Wikipedia page. So it's red, right? Click on it again, go to the thing, and it's green, right? Easy stuff. Let's just see, for example, what happens if we amp up the padding. Just so you guys can see what happens. So we're going to add 2 zeros, a 0 to it. Boom. Picture's the thing's massive, right? But what do we do about here, right? So one more time, be right back. Gonna get a website, have not visited yet. Okay. So here I got the iTunes store page for the Ashley Madison web app. Go app. So the actual link is 140 pixels, right? But the visited is going to be 14 pixels and 25 pixels. So when we run it, as you can see here, this is massive because we visited Google, right? And this is... Oh, yeah, sorry, I goofed up on that, guys. The link, no matter what, is going to trump size because it's the actual link, right? It's like this right here, the visited, is a condition of this. So the padding is always going to be whatever size the link is, right? But I think we'll be able to do this. I've never really played around with sizes because I never wanted them to get bigger or smaller. So I don't really know if this will work or not. Yeah. So, sorry, you can't make the thing get bigger or smaller depending on what happens. The size is always going to be dependent on what the link says. You can't have it bigger or smaller than the actual thing that it was before. You can't make it grow bigger and you can't make it grow smaller. Hang on. I've already been recording for close to 23 minutes, so I think that's pretty good for right now. So, go back, look over the video again, practice it, make sure you practice it. I can't stress that enough. This is pretty difficult stuff, so you're going to have to really practice it and make sure that you guys are really getting it down. Because this is important stuff. So remember the first thing that we did was we just changed the color of the link. Second thing that we did, I have got so many practice tabs open, it's not even funny. Um, Second thing that we did, I might have closed all of them. Well, second thing that we did is we put a background around the text that would change whenever you clicked on it. And the third thing was that we made advanced buttons. So just make sure you guys practice that. Yeah, I guess there's not much else to say. So bye.